Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Kansas City. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his second season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
And his first pass is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Now the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Returning it is Moore. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
He juked him, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
A solid stiff arm. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end and come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
A run with a second-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones.
He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. They coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
They run with a fourth-year man. This is Damian Harris.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Brought down by Willie Gay. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Operating from the gun, Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and not...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be... across the 25.
Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. And some room to run now.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Here's Moore on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mahomes going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes to throw once more. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Forced, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack on first down, Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, though. Let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for New England. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first. Ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this...
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones.
That'll be complete to Stevenson.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength. That's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy.
Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. Taken down at about the 33.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. A dump down to McKinnon.
Down inside the 10.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And quickly they get to the line. Now it's Mahomes again.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The lone second remains now in this third quarter. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. New England on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this one complete to Smith. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up second down. On the draw is Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost...
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. Marcus Jones, a return man. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. New England trying to get a place on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Parker again, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So on fourth down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man. Complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And defense is going to take over on downs. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out of this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.